Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
All right, so what was it that you was talking about?
Yeah, so the theory I want to address is for Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, right? What if Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed actually win that match?
What if they win?
Yep.
I don't know what happens if they win that.
Off with that question for one.
You said what?
I'm gonna start off with that question for the time being.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they win that. If they win that match, if they win that match, I don't know. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. Since it come on, hold on, y'all. 'Cause this is tripping. It might be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it. I don't think it would be as. I don't think it's going to be as bad as what people thought if they don't win. If I mean, if you know, it won't be like a Brock Lesnar being Undertaker to stop the streak. It won't be nothing like that.
No,
But it'll be like,
no.
oh shoot, Roman came back just to lose and teamed up with Jey Uso just to lose. It'll be kind of crazy. I'm not saying it ain't possible,
And
but if they lose,
this is
that's
my
different.
theory. I'm with you. This is my theory. Roman Reigns somehow, some way, in the match, inadvertently spears Jey Uso out of nowhere, and it's by accident. It's not by purpose. It's not by purpose to hurt Jey. It's out of accident because you're in the middle of the match, you're going crazy, balls to the wall, whatever like that in the tag match. I don't know if it'll be a tag team tornado. It should be a tag team tornado match. It'll be dope. But they're doing that, right? And he accidentally spears Jey Uso. So Braun Breaker capitalizes that and hits Roman Reigns with his spear. And after he hits Roman Reigns with his spear, Braun Breaker pins Roman Reigns, right? And he wins the match for him and Bronson Reed. However they want to do it. Braun Breaker can with the spear, Bronson Reed can with the tsunami, however they want to do it, right? And they get that victory. And then the following night on Monday Night Raw, Roman's coming to Jey. Jey Uso got his feelings are hurt. He don't want to talk with Roman. He's upset with him about that whole entire ordeal. And for some reason, Jey is believing in his delusional mind that Roman Reigns did it on purpose and that he got something against his cousin. And Roman's trying to tell him, no, that's not what happened. Y'all just snapped third. What if that match is the catalyst for Roman Reigns and Jey Uso to have a feud?
They already had a feud. That's why it's dead. That's why it don't make sense. They already had one.
And what I mean by having a feud, I mean Jey Uso turns heel.
Yeah, still it won't work. They already like it would be different than what it was the last time, but we seen them fight already 2-3 times. Then they fight like 2-3 times.
Let me see.
I think it was twice for sure, or maybe 3.
And they did. Technically speaking, they've been fighting multiple times in tag team matches. We really want to have that talk because the Usos and the Roman Reigns, the Shield, things like that back in the day. But if you want to count the Bloodline situation, they've had 3 singles matches against one another and 1 tag match. And yes, I'm with you, BZ. I don't want to see that. I don't want to really see the feud for real. But I'm thinking about it from the stance of either they go with that happening and Roman and Jey don't have to feud afterwards, or it does be the chance to have Jey and Roman Reigns feud. Because again, notice, and the reason why I'm pointing this out is because of you saying about Jey turning heel. Now, does he have to necessarily feud with Roman? No, I don't think he has to feud with Roman. I was talking to my guy about this the other day at work, and he was like, "Yo, what if Jey turns heel and he goes after Roman? And I was like, nah, bro. I'm like, if he goes heel, I'm like, he don't need to go after no Roman, but Roman's not third. And then I thought about the tag team match some more, and I was like, but that could set it up. But even still, I'm like, if Jay was to go heel, I would have him go heel on somebody fresh, not Roman, because we've seen that. We've been there, done that, and I'm with you, BG. We've been there, done that. I would rather have Jay Uso turn heel if he ever turns heel again, because he said he wants to have another heel run before he ends off his career. Is maybe him going after Pence or something like that. What do you think? Jay Uso going Penta?
I mean, that would be dope, but that's putting Penta over because Jey Uso can't beat Penta. If they had a one-on-one match, Jey Uso ain't winning that
Yeah.
match against Penta. Larry might think they're gonna win. I don't think so.
With JB and Penta?
Yeah, Larry might think Jay can beat Penta. I don't think he can beat him though.
I don't know about that one either. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know if he can beat him. He had to show me a little bit more technique because Penta is different. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
he wow. My yo, that would be a big notch in his belt if he could beat somebody like Penta. Because nobody would see that coming. Just because of the skill set in the ring is just crazy.
Yeah, and again, I'm basing this off of what you said some weeks ago when you were talking about like Jay Uso needs to turn heel, or if to get back into the title picture, have him turn heel. And I was like, I'm not really for it, but I wouldn't be lying or remiss if I didn't say Jay Uso has kind of been showing himself a little bit more differently nowadays. He's a lot more aggressive, and he's not wearing his usual, main event Uso gear. I'm
Right.
noticing that. There's no more. There's no yeet glasses. There's no jacket that he's coming out. There's no, pandering to the crowd. Yes, is he even with the crowd? Yes, he is even with the crowd still. I will give him that. But he's coming out with these black pants on. I'm like, why is it? Why? Because one thing about Jay is he'll have the multicolored like outfits, right? Or he'll have like a white pants to come out him, but he's been coming out with the black jeans or those boxing or those sweatpants, rather,
Yeah.
right? And I'm just like, why is they keep showing him with him coming out with the sweatpants, and why is he coming out from the gorilla position instead of coming out with the crowd? Because usually Jay would come out to the crowd and be pandering and having a good time, laughing, joking, everything, like all this other stuff. So I'm like,
Hold on. His
yeah,
regular matches, he coming out like that?
yeah.
Because the interruption matches, of course, he ain't got to come from out there. He might as well come from there. But I don't. I'm trying to think what Jey Uso one-on-one against somebody he didn't come from the crowd.
I didn't he do that with the 6-pack challenge match? Let
With
me see
with
if I'm home. He
no,
might
he
he might be
hasn't.
right. He might be
Jey
right.
Uso ain't
He
had
might be right.
no.
Hold on.
He ain't had no match in a minute.
Let me see, because he faced. Let me see, Jay Uso versus Bronson Reed. I'm thinking about the first match he had after he went against Cody and things like that. Let me see. Yep, he had on. He had the black pants and the white shoes on. July 7th, 2025. Yep, he had that.
Yeah, that's just go.
And then let me see the 6-pack challenge. Jey Uso versus Bronson. Braun Breaker. Was that the same thing? Let me see. Six-pack challenge. Yep, he had the same old thing. He had the same thing, bro. It was like, bro, yeah, his black pants on.
All right, hold on.
Okay, and yeah, he's been wearing that for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Anytime you've seen that, basically, if you want to look at it from a symbolic standpoint, when you wear black, it's usually a sign that someone's going to go bad eventually, right? Um, if you had a gray area to your black, that's to show you're just kind of like in between, maybe conflicted, maybe a little more of not a good or a bad. You're just
What
more
up?
of an in between. But he's
Hold on.
wearing all black, so when you're wearing all black, or technically he has the white shoes on, so he does have the white shoes on, so that does give you like hope that he's not necessarily going bad for real, but it's still
Oh,
something to do that. And the only, huh?
hold on, Josiah. Give me a second.
Yeah, okay.
What is what a rap at? What a what a rap at? Yeah,
What's the ref said?
them the only ones. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on. They ain't gotta record this. Hold up. Try to call him and see,
I
cause I know
know
y'all lunch.
he left. I think very mad, bro.
He got to be off lunch.
Yeah, he should be off once by now. Let me see. Here, I'm let me call right quick. Hold on.
All right.
All right, so he's not picking up for some odd reason. I don't know why that is, but
All right.
whatever.
He might be charging his phone.
Yep. Might charge his phone. He might join us. If he does it, he'll probably call me back.
All right.
But yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's get into it, bro. So Mercedes Moné recently just won 2 more women title belts outside of AEW. I want to get into details as to what those belts were right quick before we get into your feelings about it, BZ, because you had some feelings
Of course,
about
but
it.
she ain't going against nobody.
Let me see. Mercedes Moné. Wikipedia. Let me go to her title history because she just won the belt. So I want to say it's called Bastia Wrestling Women's Championship. Oh, she's the first one to actually win it. So they just now came out with a women's belt, and she's the first one to win that belt. Okay, that's dope. Let me see. She won the EWA Women's Championship and some belt called the PTW Women's Championship. Also, first time inaugural. She's the first one to win it from there too. So yeah, she's multi-belt woman or a champion.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, give me your what was your stance over it? Like why would you have a comment about it?
Because she ain't going against nobody. Ain't nobody that she
You
went
said
against better
AW.
than anybody on the WWE roster. So you just beating a whole bunch of random people. If you put all them belts on the, you put all them belts up against Charlotte, Becky, Becky, Bianca, you're losing a lot of them belts. You're losing a lot of them.
Yeah.
You're losing a lot
Okay.
of them belts. So I'm like, yo, salute to you for what you're doing, but you ain't doing it on the big stage. Like you got the AEW joints, that's a big stage. So I respect that, but going everywhere else to do it, man, whatever. That's salute to that for you, the AEW allowing you to go to other places to wrestle. That's fire. Ain't nobody stopping your bag. But if you trying to go against real competition, come back to the WWE, bro. And you're gonna
Oh, for
lose.
sure. Now, absolutely. Now, for sure. Absolutely for now. Absolutely. Like
Mm-hmm.
they got some really great corporate talent in WWE's structure as far as like that. I will argue that TNA to me, Loki has a very underrated women's division. I really do believe that. I still there for sure. Like TNA got
Is she
some
fighting over there?
wrestlers. No, at least not
All right.
yet. Nope. But she is wrestling in AEW and obviously some other promotions. But these promotions that she's going to see when you are an independent contractor, in professional wrestling, what that basically says is back then the WWE wasn't allowing certain stars now to go over any promotions and wrestle across other different brands. With Hunter at the helm now, that's different, right? So you can't say they won't do it no more. They definitely do it now. I would say I think the reason she wanted to go to AEW, matter of fact, we didn't just go over to AEW. She didn't even go to AEW when she left WWE initially.
No,
She went over to Japan. You know what I mean?
yeah, yep.
And she killed it in Japan. She was killing it. I'm gonna be honest, bro. She was fire. Like she had some really, really good matches in Japan with some of the best talent that were set to be in Japan. As a matter of fact, her and Kyrie had wrestled in Japan for the IWGP Women's Championship. That was their first time crowning the Women's Championship for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And she became the second ever title holder. Then they did the inaugural IWGP Strong Women's Championship, and she didn't win that because she actually hurt her foot. She broke her ankle and was out out of commission for a good while. But eventually she came back once she fully recovered on this year-long run of just pretty much being undefeated in AEW and not necessarily losing a match. Why Tony Khan did that for her, I don't know. I don't know if that was in her contract. I don't know if that's what Tony Khan said they was going to agree upon. Or maybe Tony wants to tell a long-term story. Because he did that with Jay Cargill. Jay Cargill was the last one that won the TBS title. And had a long title run. I think, matter of fact, Beasley, Jay's title run as AW TBS champion was 508 days. Yeah. It took them a minute before they gave somebody to beat her for that belt. So she had that belt for a good minute.
Yeah, for about a year and a half.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. 508 days. So let me see. Mercedes is at. I'm trying to see her run currently with the TBS belt because she won it last year actually. So she is at 425 plus. So maybe they want her to surpass Jay in that regard. I don't know. That's crazy to me. Surpass is wild, but okay. That's what they're trying to do, and yeah. I don't know. I will say this, like I said, people that don't know. You stop stuttering. For people that don't know, Mercedes wanted to pursue Japan and then wanted to go to WWE. As much as she loved it growing up as a kid, she actually wanted to go to Japan first before she came to WWE, which probably would have done her even more, just as far as her in-ring ability. Even though I think her in-ring ability is top tier in my opinion, but regardless. She wanted to go to Japan first before making it into WWE. I'll just put you that way. It probably would have done her. It probably would have made her in-ring arsenal probably even more, like versatile in a way. She probably would have more moves at her disposal. Who knows? But being in Japan was her initial goal. However, the WWE came calling when they saw her wrestle in her promotion called not her promotion, but promotion that she wrestled for called Chaotic Wrestling, and they had signed her there to over to NXT. She came to NXT initially. She was a very like a very shy character. She was very shy for real. She wasn't really like the boss. The boss wasn't even born yet around time. And then eventually she found herself in the boss character, and the boss character is loosely inspired by people that she loves. I think she based it off of Nicki Minaj. She based it off of some other different, female rappers and some characters that she's gonna see, and like actresses and characters, maybe some singers. I don't know. My point is, Sasha Banks' boss character was definitely inspired by people in the real world, right? So, and that's what gave her a gimmick. That's what gave her her character, how she got over. I think she got over because of that, and then she got over because of what she does in the ring. To me, this is a hot take, but to me, at that point in time, she was like the Shawn Michaels of the women's division.
I mean, she was part of the Four Horsemen, ain't she?
Yeah, for sure. Yup, she's part of the Four Horsewomen. And to me, she's the type of wrestler where not the biggest wrestler, maybe not perhaps not even the strongest one, but the type of wrestler that can, when she's on, I don't think she's ever had a bad match for sure. Do you think she's had bad matches? Just
No.
out of curiosity.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, no. So because she puts on,
Yeah, she put on.
and she definitely puts on. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of get your point. I understand your issue is like, why is you winning all these belts and why are you seeing AEW when really there's no names right there in AEW that can be like up there amongst like a Charlotte Flair or anything like that. AEW does have a great women's division. They have a wrestler that I know named Thunder Rosa. She's talented. She's a hell of a wrestler. I love Thunder Rosa. They got Jamie Hayter, this British chick. She cold. Let me see. Britt Baker, although I think she's going to leave AEW very soon. My point I'm trying to get is they have talent in AEW. It's not like they don't have talent there. They're just not as well known to you, right? And I think that's your issue. Am I correct in saying that?
I just don't think that none of the people in AEW is better than that 30-man battle royal that they just had at the Evolution. Nobody is on AEW is better than anybody on that roster. Nobody. And they had NXT people in there. There's people in NXT that's better than AEW. And that's in that battle royal. I'm not even talking about Tiffany Stratton. I ain't even talking about Bianca
Mm-hmm.
Belair. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about just the random people that was in that 30-man. Even Chelsea Green to give her work. I'm not saying she'll beat her, but Chelsea Green will give her work. That's way more
Oh,
competition
for
than
sure.
what you're going against right now. So to be standing on that
Yeah, bro.
jungle, be like, well, I'm not saying that she's the best in the world and nothing like that, but to have that many belts, it's easy to do that when you ain't fighting no Chelsea Greens. It's easy to do that when you ain't fighting Jade, you ain't fighting Bianca, you ain't fighting Naomi, and all of them. And you can't be, and she can't be like, oh, well, I was already there. No, the WWE's women division is upgraded. That's not the same as what you was when you was there before. You only had a solid 4 or 5 people that was there when you was there. Now you got a solid 20.
Yeah.
And anybody in the WWE's women division, now yeah, I almost I would say 85% of the WWE's women division can have the same amount of titles if they was allowed to do the same thing.
I think because I'm gonna be honest with you, BZ. There has
And
been
that's
a
that's
part of me
why.
that
That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Look.
there you go.
Hey,
There
how
you
you doing?
go.
There go the baby right there at the
So
door.
I completely agree. There's a part of me that goes, I would love the idea of Charlotte Flair going, well, she don't have to necessarily like lead WWE, like all like that. But I
Right.
would love to see Charlotte Flair in the Japan Pro Wrestling. I would love to see her in AEW. I would love to see her in TNA. You know what I'm saying? And the reason for that is because I'm a big fan of wrestlers going outside of other companies and achieving success elsewhere. Right? I'm a big fan of that.
But they're not.
Um,
But if the company
and
ain't good, why are you doing that? That's downgrading.
huh?
But why are you doing it if the company is not good? It's downgrading. Why would you go backwards? You know you're gonna win if you go over there.
Because it could be a sense of I'm not even going to go as far as talk about money. I'm not going to go as far as talk about anything to do with creative. I'm not going to go as far as talk about like being unhappy as far as our mental health there. I'm not going to go into those routes. I'm going to go into the route of, say for instance, right? Say you're in the WWE, and me, you have had these talks before, so you can still stand on business as to how you feel. Say you go say you have accomplished almost everything there is to do in WWE, or you feel
Right.
like you accomplished almost everything that you have done in WWE, right?
Right.
And you decide with WWE negotiation that you want to part ways, and they ask why, and you're
Right.
going, I've had a great time here. I love you guys. There ain't nothing against you guys personally. Nothing against y'all system. Nothing against y'all whatsoever. I just feel like it could be. I'm gonna just throw it out there. It could just be that I want to show that I'm the greatest across the board, like
You
going any and
already.
everywhere else that has made noise.
But you
That
already
has made
established that.
noise as well.
You already established that playing on the best field. If you played on the best, if
Right.
you played on the best team, and if you was in the best situation, all you're doing is downgrading to go do less work to beat people that's not even on the same level as you. Now, if you're leaving being like, yeah, I want to go help train in other situations because every other show or every other wrestling company probably the wrestlers probably want to be involved in WWE. That's their goal and that's their ultimate
Hmm.
dream. So you're stepping down to be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go and put people over like Dolph Ziggler and stuff did. I'm like, all right, that's cool, but you're literally going over there, not putting people over. You're going over there and you
It
beating
can be both.
everybody.
It can be both. It can be both. Like the business of professional wrestling is about having to help not only go as far as to establish yourself, but to also to help make other talent.
But she's
Sometimes
not
for
making
beating
other
other talent,
talent if you're winning all the matches. Is what I'm saying. You have to lose.
no, I get it. No, right, yeah. For right now, I mean, she did recently lose her match. She was going at Tony Storm for the women's title, and she lost that match. So that was her first defeat in AEW, but she's still champion. She's not champion in the sense of women's world champion in AEW, but she's champion for the TBS belt.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm
But
like,
no,
who are you?
I'm with you.
Who are you putting
Yeah,
over? If you only lost one time, who are you putting over?
I believe they'll when Tony Khan makes that call and goes, okay, we want this person to go about beating you, or if she goes in, if she's into politics, I don't know, and she goes to Tony and says, hey, I want to drop my belt right now to this person. I want to help make this talent right about now. Like if
I'm
and make
saying,
the
why
talent in the
haven't they
sense
done
that
it yet? She's been there for a long time. Why has she
I
not done it
agree.
yet?
Because I think because Tony Khan either he's trying to establish what he can do for her outside of WWE, and that's part of what he's trying to do, or it could
That's
just
all.
be they're telling a long term story. They're telling a long term story of Mercedes Moné being champion in AEW, and then eventually when that time calls for the person that beats her, that person is going to become made.
But that's
And if I'm
only
Tony Khan,
one
I'm giving
person, bro. That's still not making no
uh huh.
sense. That's still not making no sense. It's only one person. You got a whole women's
What I'm
division, and you beat everybody, and
uh
you're putting pictures up about having the belt like 8 times, like you the
yeah.
GOAT. I'm like, you're not the GOAT. But you're not putting nobody over. Jay Cargill is losing and winning. You're not losing, and you're not better than her. What is the
She's not better than
reason?
her in what regard?
She's not better than Jay Cargill, bro. And she don't sell more
In
tickets than
terms of
Jay
pro
Cargill.
wrestling,
And she won't sell more tickets than Jay Cargill.
I'm not denying none of that. I'm not going to debate none of that because that could be proven to be true. But what I'm saying is, uh, when professional wrestling terms, when they say made, they're saying basically a talent that's somewhat like an unknown nobody or to a degree is not really that established or well known to a high regard. They want to spotlight that talent is what I'm trying to get at. I think they're trying to find who they can have beat her for that belt, and that person will be made because of it. That's what I mean. Made in the sense of like not necessarily not saying that you're not already made in terms of your name and things like that, but you'd be made in the sense of Mercedes but when they putting you over, and now it's now for you to carry that torch for this, and third. Now, does that start me having to do another long tower run? No, I don't think so. I'm just pointing out there may be a reason for why they're doing it. I don't think it's so much about if she's going about it trying to win.
All right,
I
have a
don't
good one.
know. I really don't know. I really don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Um, but like I said, I'm not upset at somebody wants what you says outside WWE.
But
It's
that's what. But
was
this is
there
what
for
I'm
like
saying.
20.
Nobody
Yeah,
has a
go ahead.
problem with it. Nobody has a problem with people winning outside of the WWE. What needs to be
Yeah,
noticed and acknowledged is you're going to a low budget team to do it. So it doesn't matter. You did everything that you did in the WWE. We get that. We appreciate it. That's cool. But understand, you posting all these belts you got, it's not on the same level as WWE. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you're playing over AA, AAA wrestling, all of that, that is not the same level as WWE. You came to the WWE, you did your thing. Yep. So we're not mad at that. You are officially solidified. You stamped at the WWE. One of the four
right.
horsewomen. You are one of the best to ever do it in WWE. But you coming out here
Absolutely.
doing all the other joints with everybody else, that's cool. But understand it don't need to be highlighted because you downgraded. That's like LeBron James winning championships but goes back to play at high school. The competition is nowhere close to being the same. So of course you're going to win all the titles because you're not playing your competition no
I
more.
would, I
You
would, I
step
would
down.
say, if there was ever another NBA situation, like say they come up with another basketball league or something like that. Which, by the way, that wouldn't probably that wouldn't really be possible because it wouldn't even exist for real. But if it say it did exist, LeBron probably would do it if the money was right. I don't know for sure, but my point is, if he did that, would you come at him the same way or
No, what if we're talking about from a business standpoint, Sasha Banks or
yeah,
Monet, she's doing a heck of a job for that. But what I'm saying is, not you. She's highlighting things
right?
that she's doing in B League. If LeBron James goes and plays for $1 billion overseas, they like, all right, well, that's $1 billion. But everybody expects LeBron James to win all the games. Why? Because ain't nobody over there good enough to play in the NBA. And he was the best player in the NBA. So if you go and play overseas, you're playing overseas with people that's not good enough to play in the NBA.
So
So you're going to kill them.
your problem isn't so much about her not being able to achieve success elsewhere. Your problem is she's flexing it.
Exactly. You're promoting beating people that ain't even that good. That's the problem. That's like Dwight. That's like Dwight Howard, for example. Dwight Howard was in the
Mm-hmm.
NBA, one of the best centers to ever play in the NBA. He was playing overseas
Yeah.
last year, and he was averaging over
Yeah.
50. Nobody cared because everybody know he's better than everybody over there. Because ain't nobody over there
Okay.
on that type of time to be in the NBA, or they would be in the NBA. Some people over there,
Mm-hmm.
they rather just go to the NBA. I mean, go to play overseas instead of in the NBA because of the fact that they just
Mm-hmm.
like, it's just easier over here, and they just don't want to challenge themselves. They just like whatever. But some people, Dwight Howard is only playing overseas because the NBA wouldn't want him. They don't want him back. They feel that he's too old or whatever, whatever. Now he playing the Big Three with Ice Cube. But the dude averaged over 60 points a game when he played overseas. But nobody was like, "Oh my
So
God, Dwight Howard averages." They like he's supposed to do that. You better than everybody over there.
right.
So that's the same
So
thing. What I'm
let me
saying
ask.
with her. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to have 8 titles. You were better than everybody over
Mm-hmm.
there. But I could
Mm-hmm.
see if you was over there, if you was like, okay, let's say Tony Khan got your contract opened up all the way, and your contract
Right.
says you can go to the WWE and put these titles on the line. Now we got something to talk about.
Right.
If you go through that gauntlet
Gotcha.
and come back with all them titles, then flex. But until then, you
So
like, oh no, well, I did everything with Becky. I did everything with everybody else. I mean, with the four
uh,
horsewomen and all that. You did all. I'm like, yeah, you did, but you didn't do that with the new team, the new people
so
that's out
what
here
you're
right
saying?
now. Like, no, like even
Okay.
what
So let me
Becky is
ask you
doing
this.
right now. Like, I salute what
Yeah.
Becky is
Yeah.
doing right now with her putting over what's her name,
Right. Oh,
Lyra.
for sure.
She not
Right.
doing that.
But that's
What's
in
up,
the
bro?
WWE space. That's legitimately in the WWE space. Like there's no going outside of this company or that company. If Mercedes Monet, if Tony Khan had her contract right, where she can go over to WWE, okay, and she defended the AEW TBS Championship, say, give me somebody from WWE that you feel is really good in the ring that can go for real.
Lyra beat her right now.
If she faced Lara, okay, but what if the case? Okay, what if it was because of the AEW belt, the WWE doesn't allow Lara to beat her for that belt?
But
Or
that
sorry,
would
not
be. But that's what
WWE,
I'm saying. That would be wrote.
Tony Khan.
That would
Khan.
be wrote in the papers because of Tony Khan. That won't be the reality though. The reality would be like,
Okay,
nah, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like like that's what I'm saying. Like you would just have to
right.
strip her from everything. Like, bro, no, you don't got all. You can't take none of them over there. But they got like 8 or 9 over here in this company. In WWE, they got 8 or 9 in this company. Go get 8 or 9 of them. Go get those. You got to go
So
beat
what you're
Naomi for
saying
hers.
is,
Then you got to go beat Jay
so
for
what?
hers. Then you got to go through the gauntlet like that. If you can do that, then
So
we can
what?
talk. But
Okay, so
we don't think you can do that
oh,
because
okay,
we
I
don't
get
think
your
you can
point.
do
I get
that
your point.
because you going against people
If
that's not even on that level.
if Mercedes came back, and this would sound kind of weird, but say she beat Becky for that belt, right?
Uh huh.
The IC Women's title.
Yeah.
And then she flexed that, this and that, third. You won't have no problem with it whatsoever. And she's still with AW. Mind you,
Exactly.
she's still with
Exactly.
AW. Got you.
Exactly.
So got you. I got you. Go ahead. So
Exactly,
yeah,
and that's what I'm
go ahead.
saying. I'm like, bro, you just beat, and you probably beat Naomi multiple times, yeah, but you beat her over here
Right.
though. It hit different.
Right. Right,
It
right, right,
different.
right.
Like, you be
I
Tiffany
got you.
Stratton. You be over here
I
though.
got you.
That hit different.
I got you.
You hit you
Yeah, I got you.
Nia Jax. You over it hit different over here. Like they don't got
Yeah.
no. Like they might have somebody big, but and I'll go this far. What about the one chick that almost won the battle royal? She beating her?
Last year,
Trick.
they
Yeah,
never wrestled
Tricks
each other.
girl.
They never wrestled each other.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about people on that type of time. Come over here and fight them.
Mm, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Don't be in
I
AEW
get it.
kissing on. Man, come on, bro. Y'all messing everything up now. What are you doing?
If she, so okay, so let me, okay, I'm throwing this to you. If she did AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling, mind you, I'm talking about the top three biggest wrestling promotions in well, I'm gonna give you the top five, right? The top five outside WWE. I'm ranking because of how they are beat right now at this current moment, right?
Okay.
WWE is number one,
Mhm.
AEW number two,
Mhm.
New Japan Pro Wrestling number three,
Okay.
TNA number four, and then I would say actually, yeah, I'm stick to it. TNA is number four, and then you have Ring of Honor. That's number five. The reason why I point out Ring of Honor is because Tony Khan has Ring of Honor besides AEW, while
Okay.
WWE has WWE and AAA. Now AAA could also be on that list too. You can probably put six there.
Okay.
So if you want to rank it, those are the top six biggest wrestling promotions that's outside in the whole world right about now,
All
right?
right.
And if you want also CMLLS too, Caseo, Mundial, De Lucha Libre. You
All
want to
right.
mention that as well. If Mercedes Moné had the AEW Women's Championship along with a belt in the Japan Pro Wrestling, does that still warrant a flex? Because what you're telling me is the ones that she got from the independent promotions doesn't necessarily warrant a flex,
It's
correct?
all yeah. You just listed all of them, right? And what you listed all
Yes.
of them. The fact remains is the number one joint is the only one that matters. The other ones is cool, but they're
The
not
biggest, yes. The biggest out of all of
exactly.
them, absolutely.
Exactly.
No debate.
So if you doing anything from 2 to 5, I'm like that's cool, but it's still not on the grand stage. I'm like if I win if I'm not I can win a championship and not win the Super Bowl. They're like, all right, well you won the
But
championship, that's cool, but it ain't the Super
but
Bowl though.
but we can agree that they are just as big, correct?
No,
I'm not saying the biggest.
no,
I'm not saying the biggest. I'm saying they're just as big. No, I'm saying
no.
for the biggest promotions besides the outside WWE. They, I'm not saying that they're bigger over WWE or anything like that. The WWE is the biggest. They're bigger in their regard in the sense of being behind the WWE. I'm not saying they're bigger over WWE whatsoever. I understand you saying it matters more in WWE. I'm just saying her doing her winning belts across the board from say three promotions: AW, New
All right, my
Japan,
man.
and TNA. That's
Mhm.
just as big,
Okay. So
right?
so what?
Just as big, not bigger,
Right,
not the biggest.
right,
I'm with you. I'm just saying
right.
just as big.
Right.
Yes,
So okay. So
yes,
so
that's right.
I'll take the WWE. I'll take I'll take the names out, and I'll go like this.
Right.
All right, Sasha Banks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the Sasha Banks represents AEW. All right, cool. When I look at AEW, those titles matter if Asuka's on the AEW roster. If she's not, these titles don't
I
count.
love it. I love it.
Who on the
I
AEW
love it.
roster can do
I'm
anything with
not agreeing.
Asuka? Let me stop. Hold on.
Matter
I'll
of
take it
fact, let
back.
me look
Who
up.
on the
Let me
AEW
look up the
roster can do
roster.
anything with Io Sky? These is people that really matter.
I'm
Not
about to
no
look up the
just
roster
oh
right about
yeah
now.
this is da da
I'm
da.
glad you brought
No,
this up.
bro. All you hear is
I'm glad you brought this
Monet
up.
and that's it. Everybody else name don't pop like that. Oscar is
I'm
like
glad
that.
you brought this up.
Io Sky
Yeah.
runs the show. Even with Rhea Ripley being on the card, Io Sky might be the best
Yeah.
woman wrestler in the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Sasha Banks ain't going against none of that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, you go New Japan. All right, that's cool. What if Oscar was over there? Do you still got the title?
Right.
Because if Oscar was over
Uh.
there before, from what I'm hearing, and then she went to the WWE. Why? She could have stayed there because she
Yeah.
wanted to stay on the
I
big
get it.
stage to prove that she was the best. And what happened when she went over there? She went to WWE and proved that she was the best, and she had the title before. That's what I'm saying. Go plan. That's all I'm saying. She gotta come with some competition. You go fight with some competition, then we can count your stuff. But other than that, that's like you. That's like you playing a 10-year-old in basketball.
I got you.
The height, bro. You too tall. You taller than that person. That dude ain't never gonna win.
What if
That's
I
what I'm saying with
said,
her. I'm like, bro, you ain't going against nobody.
yeah, I got you. I got you. There is a woman across the board. I don't know how many you know about these guys. So if you know these guys, let me know. I ain't gonna mention everybody, but I'm gonna mention quite a few names that I remember. And also, they were in WWE before leaving WWE, but they got the contracts released because of budget cuts or whatever like that, right? So start off first with Athena. Do you remember who Athena is?
Who is she?
Ember Moon. Remember Ember Moon?
Oh yeah, the black girl.
Yeah, she was
Yeah, she
cold.
cold. Yeah, she cold.
So she's an AW. And she's also their Ring of Honor Women's World Champion.
And why did she get released from WWE?
Budget cuts, the this man thing. I think I don't know.
Oh, this was in Vince time.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I was about to say, okay. Yeah, because Vince was definitely
yeah,
chopping.
yeah, right. Deonna Purrazzo. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't know who that is.
I've seen her wrestle in TNA and Ring of Honor and then AEW. One of the best technical wrestlers outside of the in the women's division right about now. So I would love to see her and Charlotte have a match. That would be awesome. To be honest with you over that. Let me see. I will give you Hikaru Shida, but Hikaru Shida is kind of like their Oscar, I think, in a way. In AEW.
Who's better though?
I'll Oscar, but that's because she's had more years on her belt too. Well, they kind of got different styles though too. That's another thing. That's a kind of different thing. But Hikaru Shida was kind of like their Oscar. She had like the longest reigning women's championship run in AEW at one point in time. So she was that cold. Let me see.
But that's what I'm
Jamie
saying.
Hayter.
Like even with Jay Carhill, her long title run, she had a long title run. But who was she going against? If there was nobody on her level, that's probably why she held it that long. That's the same thing with Gunther. There wasn't nobody on Gunther's level.
To be honest, at that point in time, BZ, they weren't really showing. They did at times, but for the most part, her matches were squash matches. So they didn't really treat her talent, her threats as like that, being much threat towards her like that. They didn't really do that for her, which was kind of weird in a sense, but that's what they did for her.
And that's what I'm saying. So you had the title for you had the title for over 500 days, and you come over here and you be getting beat up all the time. It's because the competition is the same. You ain't about to just run nothing over here.
And plus, WWE is definitely a different ball game for sure as far as like going over there. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you're not about to just come here and do that, regardless of how solid you look.
They're booking her way better, though. They're booking her way better. I will say that they're booking her way better. As far as like how she was booking AEW. Now, great. Did Tony do a strong job with her? Yes, but was it the best though? No. That's the issue. And then let me see. They had Chris Statlander. I don't know if she's won the women's title yet, but she's won the TBS belt before. I think she's really good. Let me see. And gotta show some more. Were you a fan or were you not a fan of Ruby Soho or sorry Ruby Riott?
Ruby Riott, she was alright, but I wasn't really booming like that. Like, nah, she was alright.
Yeah.
She at TNA now?
No, she's in AW.
I mean,
but she's gone. She's having a baby now. She's pregnant and things like that. Well, she's probably already have a baby now, but yeah.
Who over there? Who over at AEW better than Alexa Bliss?
Than Alexa Bliss? I would give you a character that's similar to Alexa Bliss. I want to say she's I won't go as far as to say she's better, but I'll give you Julia Hart. Julia Hart. She's kind of like this dark female Undertaker vibe gimmick character.
But
It's
she's
not
not better than
Undertaker
her.
really.
You said, but
No,
she's
but I
not
would say
better.
they have
Okay.
very similar characters. I would say they have very similar characters. No, and plus Julia is very like she's still relatively young. Like they have some really young talent too. That's another thing about it. They have some really young homegrown talent as well. My bro, hold on, please. My brother playing
Mm.
Drake song. I hope it just don't get copyrighted. Oh my god.
Oh shoot, I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, I know. I hope that you can't. Can you hear it? Can you not hear it?
I can't hear it.
Good. I don't want you to hear it. I don't want you to hear it at all.
What Drake song is that?
He playing that.
I only play "Give Me a Hug." That's the only one that matters.
I'm just trying to remember what's the name of that song. It's an old Drake song. It's old. But I can't remember this song for some reason. I don't know why. The song is escaping me. That's
It
crazy.
probably was.
Anyways,
All right.
yep. Let me see. Tony Storm.
Mm, better than Alexa Bliss. Is that what you're saying?
Um, that's kind of hard.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Their roster, bro, regardless of how.
Tony, I will say this. I will say this. Tony Storm's character work is like a Marilyn Monroe kind of like gimmick, like something like from like the old days.
Yeah.
But she kills it though. Like she kills it in the modern age. It's incredible. And plus her feud with the girl that got the NC, the Blake Monroe chick. Remember the one who stabbed that girl in the back
Yeah.
from Evolution?
Hmm.
That their feud was amazing. So in a way, I would say yes. And the only reason why is I would give her the advantage over her character work. Plus, her in-ring work is also very very solid, just as Alexa Bliss is as well. And on top of that, um, she has a few under her belt. I don't think Alexa has had like really great long-term feuds, and part of it is because WWE hasn't put that all the way throughout too. That's why. That's
What
the
about
event. That's the only advantage I would give her. Or sorry, the three advantages I would give Tony Storm over her.
what about Bailey?
No, no,
Point to my point. This is my
no.
point. That's what I'm like.
If the four horse, but anybody you would say as far as the four horsewomen trying to go against them,
Well, I
they're
said
not
Oscar,
none of the talents is touching them though.
but
None of the talents is touching them.
I said Oscar and Io Sky.
If you're putting Oscar and Io Sky, I'm with you over there too.
I'm saying Rhea Ripley too.
Ooh,
I'm saying Bianca Belair too. I could keep going. The roster is crazy, and you know
I'm not
it.
disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you at
That's
all.
what. That's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm like because she's not going against these type of people. That's the only reason why I'm like, bro, whatever. Because I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of her. I'm definitely a fan of Sasha Banks when she was there. I'm definitely a fan of Monet for sure. I'm a fan. Period. I'm a fan, flat out. But when I'm
Right.
seeing that you got 8 belts up and all that, I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Only one of them count. All the other ones, you ain't even going against nobody for real.
I get it. Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm like, bro, no, you can't be promoting them joints. Like them cool. I'm like, yeah, okay, but who on that roster? You're one of the four horsemen, though. That's why I'm like, bro, you're better than a lot of people. I could see if you was regular.
Yeah.
You're not regular. So since you're not regular, of course you're gonna have all them. But I'm saying that Becky, Bailey, and Charlotte could do the same thing if they had their contracts like that. If they had their contracts like that. Now maybe she's doing that to show them like, yo, you don't have to just stay there, but they doing it on the grand stage of them all though. Because even where you're doing all of that stuff at, them WrestleManias hit different. Them SummerSlams hit different. They hit different. They just hit different. Now that one joint that they got over Where's that one overseas? And the one that AEW did when they had all them people. Was it Paris or something? Where was they at? They was somewhere
Who?
where AEW had that big old event where it was, what was it, in Paris, France or something? Where was they at? And they had a,
What event was it?
I don't know. It's the biggest event they ever had.
Backlash in France?
No, not WWE. I'm talking about AEW.
Oh, they went to it was All In.
That's what it is. But where's it at though?
Usually they have it in AEW's they go to what was it?
I thought it was like Canada or something, somewhere where it fit like
No, it's London. It's
200,000
London.
people or
It's
something.
London.
Oh,
No, it's
London. That's where it's
Wembley
at.
Stadium. Wembley Stadium. Yup, Wembley Stadium.
That's
London,
where it's at.
England. Yup.
Yeah,
Huge too.
that's
Huge.
different. Yeah, that's different.
For them to be like, and that was at a point in time where people were like, "There's no way they're going to sell all those dang tickets." Hold on, bro. There's no way they're going to sell all those dang tickets. It was like 80-something thousand tickets that they had already sold. The first time they went there, and on top of that, CM Punk was there too, so he had huge hand in helping that as well.
Right.
That's when the whole entire, to be honest with you, that's when the whole entire Jack Perry incident had happened, and that made AEW look very, very bad. Y'all sell out one of y'all biggest shows just for CM Punk and one of your homegrown talents to have a fight backstage. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it did not make AEW look good. It's funny to me. It's kind of like my friend who was trying to call me just now. He was like, "Bro, like y'all can't fire me." He said, "I fire my own stuff." You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. CM Punk was already like, even before AEW had fired him, he was just like, "I'm already fired." Well, no, not fired, but he's already gone. He's already leaving. He's like, "I'm done with y'all." Because he had told Tony Khan, if you don't know the story, and obviously you know what happened with AEW with CM Punk and AEW, there was a business incident that happened. It's 2025 now. It's crazy. It came within some years. 3 years ago, back in 2022 September, CM Punk got into a fight with the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega was involved, but there was no fighting between him and Punk. As a matter of fact, him and Punk were actually cool.
Yeah.
And it's all because Punk went on the mean scrum and like bomb blasted them. I don't know if the word bomb blasted, but no, he just went on a complete tirade, telling them at the end that he had nothing to do with getting a friend of theirs fired, and that friend of theirs that they're talking about was his best friend at one point in time. Him and his best friend had a falling out over some legal stuff, and Tony and Punk, because Punk isn't necessarily, a believer, and to be the guy, holds a grudge against this guy.
Right. Hold on.
And, yeah. So CM Punk and him, as I was saying to BG just now, CM Punk and Colt Cabana, their friendship had ended, you know what I'm saying, from that time point. And there was, he did say through Ariel Hawaii that Cole was trying to clear the error between him and Punk. And Punk allegedly told Colt Cabana that I will not talk to you unless a lawyer or somebody that's legal is involved. I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? That's how much he resents being around him as far as being a friend towards him. I mean, he really hurt Punk. Like, Punk and him were like brothers. They came up together in the wrestling business before Punk got even signed to WWE. You know what I mean? So it hurt him when Colt Cabana decided to sue against Punk. Like, Punk was getting sued for. He's like, bro. He's like, you don't got to sue me. I can do this. I can do that. And Cole was like, no. So for Punk, it was like a very deep betrayal. All things they had been together. It was crazy. But anyways. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So all that happened. Make a long story short, the Young Bucks confronted Punk about it. Got into like I said, altercation. They all of them got suspended. It's crazy. And then Punk came back after being away for at least, I think, 6 to 9 months or something like that. He was gone for a while. So when he came back, he told Tony Khan prior to coming back that he wanted out of his contract. Tony Khan was like, nope, I need you. He's like, bro, why are you making this hard? I'm trying to tell you, like, it's best I go away. And the reason why he said he wanted to go away because obviously people did not like him there, did not want him to be there. they like people just don't like CM Punk. It is what it is. What can you do about it? Like, hey, like, you must be doing something right for people to not like you all like that for real. But anyways, he drew them their first $1 million house, but I'm not mentioning. But what do I know? So he came back, and when you thought it was going to be squashed and he could progress and move forward alongside the company, Jack Perry, this know-it-all, whatever, decided to go into business for himself and told on camera why he's having his match against Hook, which is Taz's son, wrestles. He went into the camera and told the camera guy, "Come here," and he bounced his hand onto the car and said, "Real glass, cry me a river." Now, for those that don't know, Jack Perry was confirmed by CM Punk months prior, telling where Punk had told him to stop doing whatever he was trying to do, and he did it respectfully. He told him that he liked him and didn't really had no issue with him. He told him, "Bro, don't use the glass, don't use the car, boom, 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 like, because if you do, you're gonna hurt yourself and it's gonna cost money as well." That's all he told him. And this man's young, so and Punk's older, so he knows what he's talking about. But obviously, Jack didn't take that very well and went business for himself. So backstage, Punk confronted him about it. He said, "Why did you decide to entertain it? Why did you go that route?" And mind you, he had told Tony Khan prior to him confronting Jack Perry. He said, "Hey, you should handle that. You should handle that right now when he comes back." And Tony Khan, I don't know why this man would ever. Let me ask you a question. As a boss, if you're running a professional wrestling business, okay, and you got 50 talents on your company, at least 50, or probably even 60 at best.
Right.
If I ask you as a boss, you have to handle one of your talents, why would your response be, what do you think I should do?
Shit, you're the boss. That don't make sense.
You're the boss.
Right.
You the one that hired these talents.
Right.
You brought them into your company, and you're asking CM Punk, another talent of yours, what do you think you should do?
Right.
So Punk was like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You need to go about handling it. And Tony Khan did not want to handle it. He's like, no, I just can't. It's out of my hands. I'm like, dude, this is the biggest wrestling promotion. The biggest wrestling event that you done put together for your company after being in existence for like 3 to 4 years. And you're telling CM Punk of all people to handle the situation. What do you think was going to happen?
Right.
So Punk went to Jeff Perry. Again, he told him, why do you want to entertain nonsense, and what's your issue with me? And Jack Perry, because he want to be a smart behind, he thinks he knows everything, going to tell CM Punk to his face, if you got a problem about it, a problem with it, then do something about
it. Like what going to?
No, nobody. Nobody. Shut the door. Anyways, my brother saying what I'm saying out of context.
Oh wow.
He said, "Who you got? I'm trying to come at you and start some beef. Me and you already like get into or something like that."
Oh my god.
That's hilarious. But no, this all had happened. This is what transpired. This is what led to CM Punk being fired from AEW. But Punk had already decided to leave. So kind of he wanted to leave already. You didn't necessarily need to fire him. I mean, you fire him. At least let him go of his contract short. But whatever.
Right.
So you got to let go of his contract. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. They did that, and then he got brought back to WWE fold. And hey, look where we at right now. So again, like I said, I think. Why did I bring it up again? I'm trying to remember. Oh, we were talking about All In, their biggest show. Yeah, the biggest show. But the biggest show went out like they kind of made public headlines for the wrong reasons. That's all I'm gonna say for sure. It just did, But I will give AEW credit. They have somewhat recovered. They are trying to recover. I just think Tony Khan. I will say MGF has said that Tony Khan is starting to get away from arguing with people on Twitter. which as a boss, you should not argue with people on Twitter. I don't know why any boss would ever
Right.
do that. When you are running things, like why would you ever argue with people on Twitter? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that just don't make any sense to me. You don't see Hearn doing that. You don't see this man doing that. They don't care. They just do it. They just do their shows. It is what it is. You want to argue, you can argue with them, but do that publicly. Don't do that on some social media app that's very toxic. So that's what was going on. Yeah, but here we are now. So like I said, they're killing it. I will say this for the record. I'm gonna agree with you about Mercedes. When you break it down the way you're breaking it down, it makes total sense. I will say that. I am wishing her the best. I'm very proud of her, happy for her. I'm following her obviously as far as her career, and I'm seeing really good things. Has it been rocky? Has it been imperfect at times? Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. It's very, very imperfect at times. I don't think Mercedes needs to talk on the microphone. I'm not there saying she's also horrible on the microphone. Bad. It's just times people just don't need to talk.
Right.
Huh?
I said, yeah, she need a minute.
Don't need to talk.
She don't need to talk.
Yeah, bro. You don't need to talk. No. Especially when you're doing all your talking for when it comes to the wrestling. And if you do talk, just talk for a little bit. You don't gotta talk a whole lot. But I will say this. It is annoyingly effective for her as a heel. It's what draws people to not really like her. It's her voice and when she talks. So I do think to a degree that is somewhat working. I think Tony Khan did figure that out, and I don't know why he did that for her, but in a way it kind of made her a lot more come out of her shell a little bit more, right?
Right.
And he's been doing that with Ricochet. Ricochet has been developing this Andrew Tate gimmick, which I'm gonna be honest with you, it's good. It's really good. Annoying, but it's good. It's good. But yeah, man, they're doing that. And any other news you want to bring up, or are we good?
No, that's it for right now.
Yeah, man. So we got everything we off our chest. Shout out to Buff Bagwell. Hoping he's in good spirits. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. And rest in peace to also Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner. Man, Alma was not lying when she said death comes in threes, bro. It do.
You see where that truck is at? I'm turning up there. I'm making that right on that first street up there. All right, cool. All right, that one right here?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that Theo Huxtable, that joint hit home. Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace to him. Hulk Hogan, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, cats is falling off the cliff left and right. For real. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Random stuff too.
That's why it's important to love yourself, love others, care about others, tell people you love them every day, hug them every day. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. You got to do that. I know we say that all the time, and it sounds cliche and corny, but to a degree, it is true. It's very, very true because you never know when it's your time. So you just got to recognize that and understand that concept, and it'll help you out along the way, you know? So,
Right.
Yeah, boy.
Yep.
Yep. So there's that. All right, bro. I got love for you. Oh, and by the way, check out my reaction video when you get a chance. I did react to JID, 32 freestyle. I think it's low-key very, very hard. So pause. And
Oh, good catch.
So yeah, thank you. I know it sounded kind of weird when I said it my first time. I'm like, bro, don't be awkward with it. Just come on, man, calm down. But yeah, watch that. Give me your taste over that. If you gotta leave a comment, please do that, bro. I really appreciate it. And yeah, you all right out.
All right, bro. Yeah, please.
Yep.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. Baby, you showing that 2 to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load up, I act wild. Like draw 4, my screen kicks like a bad child. It's time to relocate, but not the eastbound.